Hey guys, we're back here again with CCGO, and I'm here with Tawana Cox.
Hi.
So, how's it going today?
It's going good today. Thanks.
That's great. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot to know about me. I've been around for a long time. If we're talking about business, I can tell you that I've been a photographer for over 20 years.
Wow.
Yep. Always worked in the Houston area. I've had the opportunity to shoot in different cities and states.
Mhm.
And I primarily specialize in weddings and portraits. And now with the onset of the changes in the industry, I do a lot of branding and a lot of entrepreneurs as well.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
So, what got you started 20 years ago to begin with?
I hate to date myself, but I always use 20 as like a milestone because when I made it to 20, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been shooting for 20 years, but it's actually closer to like 23.
23.
Because
Wow.
because my youngest son is 23 years old, and he is one of the reasons why I moved into photography. And I don't want to say he's one of the reasons, but that was when I started because there was a couple of things. Number one, when I was about 24 years old or so, there was this older lady who I saw as a mentor, and she wanted me to get into entrepreneurship. So she invited me to her business. Her business was, I don't know if I should say it, but it was it was a multimedia,
Oh, wow.
multi-level marketing company. So it was a multi-level marketing company, and I don't know if you've ever been introduced into multi-level marketing, but there's always a get-rich-quick scheme, right?
Mm.
But, these people are specialists in creating a demand and a sense of urgency for you to, invest in their product. And so when I went to the meetings, I want to say like pep rallies where here's how multi-level marketing works. You see someone who you were inspired by. And so they're very successful. They're usually, not always, but sometimes flashy. And so you look at this person and you're like, this is somebody who I would like to be like. And they say, oh, you really like to be like me? Well, my secret to success is my business, which is this multi-level marketing company. And so this very popular multi-level marketing company, I was like, I want to be just like you. So tell me, what do I need to do? Where do I sign up? Will you come with me to the meetings? So we go to the meeting. So she invites 10 friends.
And I'd probably go too, to be honest.
Yeah.
You kidding me? They're like, I'm gonna tell you everything you need
Right.
to know.
I want to be just like you. So what do I need to do? And so she tells you, come along. She tells other young women to come along. And she also tells you to invite some friends. And so when you get to the pep rally, there are about 100 people in this nice, fancy, setting, usually a nice upscale hotel. And they're telling you, a lot of inspiration about, you should be your own boss. I did this and I made $10,000 in 3 months or so much, just exaggerating, but still inspiring. So when you leave, you feel inspired. And most people, you're ready to buy and you're ready to invest. Even if you haven't or if you don't, you're ready to invest. So long story short, they tell you to find the money. If you don't have the money, get a credit card, borrow it from somebody, because you're investing in yourself. This is your business. And how are you going to grow your business if you're not investing in yourself? So I got suckered in because I loved the content that they were telling me. It is important for you to invest in yourself as a business. If you find something that you're passionate about, go right ahead. If there's something that you're passionate about, you'll do it for free. That's one thing that I learned.
Right.
But, I invested. At that time, it was $1,500, which is not a lot of money now, but
You
it
were
was a
23?
ton of money then. Yeah.
Wow, I'm only 21 and I cannot imagine.
Yeah, I don't know where I
Wow.
found that $1,500 from. I don't know if they still do this, but in colleges back in the days, credit card companies were predatory, and they would tell you, we give you a free T-shirt if you sign up for this credit card. We give you, a free purse if you sign up from this credit card. And you wanted the free stuff.
Yeah.
So before you know it, you have like a bunch of credit cards. So I was one of those. And anyway, so I used one of my credit cards, $1,500, bought all the product. It came to my house, and I had a room full of things that I didn't need, use, or have a desire for.
Was it camera equipment or?
No. It was makeup.
What?
And I didn't even wear makeup at the time, but they were like, it's okay. You're going to find somebody to buy this product because you're passionate about it and you want to be like me. So I was very overwhelmed because, of course, this person who I was inspired by, after I made my initial purchase, she was like, see ya, you good. Yeah. And she made her commission and I was gone. And so the good thing about me is I've always been one of those types to read the fine print. And I remember one of the fine print in the contract, and I encourage you to always read the fine print. If something smells like it's too good to be true, it probably is. So anyways, I was lucky enough to read the fine print, and I had a rescission period, like a 3-day rescission period, and you get your money back. And I had to call back and say, I can't do this because what am I going to do with all this makeup? I don't wear makeup. Who am I to sell it to? So I sold it back, and then I took the foundations of what I learned from all of those meetings and invested in myself, and I bought a camera at the store. That's where it started.
That is actually crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment when it happened, did you feel guilty or were you like empowered because you learned the information and the skills you needed and now it was game time?
Well, I didn't learn the skills, but I did feel empowered that I was ready to be a business owner. And that's what, the American dream is, to be a business owner. So I felt empowered every time I left one of those meetings. I went to maybe 5 or 6 meetings before I made the decision to invest. Every single time I felt empowered. But what I didn't understand is that the empowerment was from knowing that I had a burning sensation to be a business owner, to be my own boss, to call the shots. But the product that they were selling was not it. It was just the concept. And so, yes, so the empowerment came after I bought my camera. And then I got bit by the shutterbug, and I just keep buying more stuff.
The shutterbug coming out to get you.
Yeah.
So I got 2 questions to ask
Yes, sir.
you. So is this your business name, Etc. Studios?
It's actually ETC Studios.
ETC. So me and the cameraman were actually debating it. I originally said ETC Studios, and then we debated out. So can you tell us the backstory behind the name?
That is so funny. Nice backstory. Well, not really nice. I wanted something that had my initials. My name is Tawana Cox. And so ETC, which could be etc., but it was really Expressions by Tawana Cox.
Oh.
I'm laughing because while I'm talking to you, what flashed in my memory was my very first business card, which was funny looking. But ETC Studios is Expressions by Tawana Cox. And I'm actually in the process of changing the name and rebranding myself. I feel like every once in a while, each company needs to go through a rebranding and re-envisionment.
Most definitely.
So I didn't think that I would be introducing the new brand here, but I've already come up with it. I just haven't fully executed it. But my new brand is 11 Pix HTX.
11 Pix HTX?
Yes.
Oh, so you mind saying it to the camera so we can do like a little cool montage?
The new brand is 11 Pix HTX. So, and the reason why I chose the number 11, because that's the first thing that people ask is, why do you choose 11? And for me, that number has been showing up, and I know that sounds so woo-woo, right? It really woo-woo. But that number has just been showing up a lot for me. And I'm actually going through a transition period in my life. And so it's all about new chapters.
Most definitely.
Rebirth, new visions. And so that's why that number is very significant to me. So it's just all about that. Yeah.
So in this new time of rebirth for your company, what is it that's going to make your business unique and stand out versus all the photographers and videographers?
Yeah. And that's funny because when I first started in this industry, there were not a lot of women photographers. So that's what made me unique in itself, because I was a young Black female photographer. Most photographers were older white men. Wow. And so now there are a lot of photographers. I can go to the grocery store and you can tell somebody that they're a photographer. So what sets me apart is the experience. When people take photos with me, it's all about the experience. It's not just about taking photos. I mean, anybody can have a camera. You can have the most expensive camera and not be able to capture a person's true essence, because the technology is there and the technical knowledge is there, but then there's also that je ne sais quoi, which is that one little element which you just can't put into it. And so with me, I provide that experience. I have a very unique talent of being empathetic and being able to learn how to get the best out of people.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's just because really I just see them as they are. I don't judge them. I allow them the freedom to be authentic. When I shoot, I always, instead of posing people, I tell them to get comfortable first. And then once they get comfortable in whatever position they may be in, your comfort may be like this, your comfort may be like this. And then I will adjust that person to where it looks like them naturally. Of course, I'm not going to get you like this, which knows why.
Right. But what crazy.
Right. But what's most important for me is that a person's images reflect their true personality and they're authentic and not posy. So I feel like that's what truly sets me apart from other photographers. And every year, and this is not a cut towards any photographers at all, but every year I give myself the exercise of having my photos taken by a different photographer, somebody who I feel is excellent. And so while I'm doing that, I compare their excellence to mine, and I'm always different. I'll just say it like that.
And also from talking to you and hearing you say that, it sounds like you also put your heart into your work. It's not just, oh, it's time to go to work. It's a passion.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And so sometimes it's really hard to have a passion and a business because there are two different things. Sometimes when you're too passionate about something, just like I said, when you're passionate about something when you're willing to do the work for free. Because a lot of people come into this business because they see how much a photo session is. And they say, oh, you just clicked a button and you made how much money? Oh, I can do that. So they go buy the camera and they'll whoop, I'm a photographer. But it's the passion that, for me, sometimes my passion betrays me, but because I will do it for free if it's something that I really want to do. Like, oh yeah, sure, come on, I'll do it. And then, the other side of me, the analytical side, the business side is like, no, you can't do that for free. You're running a business. This is not free. There's a fee for that. So, I still struggle with that a lot sometimes. Not that I do anything for free. No. I'm going to say that 3 times. But it is always a struggle because I am very passionate about my work.
Wow. So to go along with that, what was your biggest challenge you had to face as a photographer, videographer in your business that you have overcame?
Biggest challenges that I have overcome is that really having the boundaries between business and friendships. Because especially since I've been in this business for so long, I have so many clients who, they grab my heart. I start off with someone's wedding. Next thing you know, they're starting a family. And then I know the children and then the children's children sometimes. And oh my goodness, that's my heart. I'll do it for free because now you're not my client, you're my family. But it's not always like that. I always have to remember that this is a transaction and I am in the business of making money. And there's always a little bit of a struggle for me at times. But one thing that I realize also is that people that truly value and respect your business know what your worth is, and they're willing to pay whatever your rate is. And there are those who don't value or respect your business, and they will use your heartstrings against you. So that's always been a big struggle for me in this.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. So my last question would be about the community, because we're the Community Cultivation Network.
Yes.
So how do you feel you create community, and how do you think your work directly impacts the community, like you spoke about a little bit just now?
How do I create community? Mm-hmm. I create community by being open and transparent with my business. Any young entrepreneur that wants to understand and know, I'm willing to share that with them. I create community because of the companies that I work for are within the community. The community collective to me is 100% amazing. When I walked into this building, I was like, wow, this is something that I've always wanted to do, because it's a place where creatives can come and create, create and share. And I love it. I mean, I automatically know that this is something that I want to share with my friends and their friends and my clients who want to come out and have podcasts to tell more about their business. This is perfect. So many people that I work with always ask, okay, where can I do this? So, yeah.
That's amazing. Is there anything you want to tell your clients? Anything you want to let them know about the rebranding?
Well, surprise. It's a surprise to you as it is to me. I wasn't planning on doing this, but the secret's out. There's a new brand, 11 Picks HTX. It's all about new birth, new beginnings, and I'm happy to see you in the new place.